Department of Homeland Security remains shut down this hour as the White House and Democrats battle over immigration reform. But it is funded, okay? So just remember that. It was funded with the big, beautiful bill. Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar says that there is talk, she believes, that is bubbling up of doing away with the whole agency, DHS, altogether. Watch this.
There is a lot of conversation about what the dismantlement of the Department of Homeland Security should look like. If we're not going to go back to pre-2002 in looking at how these agencies used to operate without this level of brutality that we are seeing, then we need to figure out a different system.
Yeah, so I find it interesting that she uses the language pre-2002 because I think most people would refer to this period as post-9/11. Because that's when the mission to prevent terrorist attacks within the United States and to reduce our vulnerability and to get agencies talking to each other by coordinating it all through the Department of Homeland Security, originally run by Tom Ridge under President Bush, was created to prevent terrorism in the country. That was what it was all about. So let's bring in the border czar, Tom Homan. Good to see you, Tom. Thank you very much for being here. Here's one more from Pramila Jayapal. She also says that DHS is under threat. It could disappear. Watch this.
This whole thing is a giant militarization and weaponization of ICE and CBP. They are agencies that should not exist as they exist. When we get power back, we have to dismantle them. And we can go back to immigration enforcement as a civil system, because that's what it is.
Welcome, first of all. Tom Homan, good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
How do you respond to the Congresswomen?
Good luck with that. I mean, they want to abolish the Department of Homeland Security, which you said was developed after the terrorist attacks here in the United States. They want to do away with the agency that enforces the laws that they enacted. It just don't make sense. ICE is doing the same thing they've done in the last 3 decades. It's just that they got more work to do now because of the last 4 years of open border with over 10 million people coming across the border, illegally released in the United States, many of them public safety threats and national security threats. So yeah, ICE is working harder now because we're responding to 4 years of open borders and no immigration enforcement at all.
So you just got back a little while ago from Minneapolis, and you were able to calm things down there, get a better relationship going with local law enforcement. So what are the lessons learned from Minneapolis, and what does the next surge look like under your direction?
Well, look, the president sent me up there to do 3 things: de-escalate, arrest illegal aliens with a priority on criminals and public safety threats, and gain cooperation. For over a decade, I've been talking about sanctuary cities. Sanctuary cities are sanctuaries for criminals. So I went up there and talked to, Governor Walz, the AG. I talked to the mayor, and we had a sit-down discussion. I says, if you don't want all these ICE agents in your city and your state, then let us send them to jail. The reason there's so many people on the street is because one agent can arrest one bad guy in the safety and security of a jail, which is safer for the agent, safer for the alien, and safer for the community. But they want to release them. When they release them, now a whole fugitive ops team, 6 men, need to go find this person. And because of all the hate and the rhetoric from the left and members of Congress, now we got to send a security team to protect the ops team. So now we got 12, 13 people doing the job that would have took one agent into jail. I think they listen to us. They obviously listen to us. We got more jails cooperating than ever before in that state. We got the state cooperation in prisons, and we got the local police, the Minneapolis police, responding to public safety threats.
Are they removing people who are here illegally, who are convicts? Is that did Tim Walz allow your folks to get in there and remove them? Is that one of the outcomes?
The state had a great cooperation. We even get more cooperation from state prisons on probation and parole. But the important thing with county jails. So what I met with AG Ellison about says, look, I understand the whole detainer issue, and there may be a state law about they can't honor detainers, but there's nothing against them calling up ICE before they release this person. Don't hold them 1 minute past they normally hold them. Just call us before you release them. We'll be there to pick them up. And we have strategically placed agents across the state to respond. Well, the vast majority of sheriffs have. I thought over 80 sheriffs agree to that. There's still some discussions going on with some of the other sheriffs, but some are formal agreements. Some are, we'll call you before the release. Some want to accept the detainer. So we have different agreements in different counties, but unprecedented level of cooperation.
So obviously there was a big change. You know, we saw Secretary Noem on location in a lot of these situations, Greg Bovino, who was reassigned. Are you going to be the face of those operations from now on?
No, you know, it's Secretary Noem oversees I.C.E and CBP. I'll do what I've been doing from the White House. I'll advise and give strategic guidance. And, you know, I'm the border czar, so I got a lot of work to do on the borders, still a lot of work to do down there. But I will do whatever I can because the president has made a promise to American people. There will be a mass deportation, but it's going to prioritize public safety threats first. And that's just the way we should be doing it. Targeted enforcement operations are the way to go. And for the people who are going nuts and say, well, you're walking away from mass deportation, look at the numbers. We already got record numbers of deportations, but wrestling the public safety threat first makes sense because you're the biggest danger to the community. Prioritizing public safety threats and national security threats doesn't mean we forget about everybody else. I've said it from day one. If you're in the country illegally, you're not off the table. We're looking for you, and we'll remove you when we find you.
Well, we'll be watching to see if New York or Los Angeles is next on the list, and if you can reach the same kind of agreements with some of these releases from jail and then deportation when the order is in place. Tom Homan, Border Czar, thank you. Always good to see you, sir. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.